Hello. So today I'm going to give a sketchbook tour of a sketchbook I had to do for a class project for my first semester of college. We had to deliver at least 100 pages of a sketchbook. So yeah, let's get started. Here's my little simple little cover done in Posca pens. Okay, I usually do this in all of my sketchbooks. Let me just pull this down a little bit. I usually kind of write down things I'd like to get done for that particular sketchbook, like art goals, as it says here. And you can see I started this on the 12th of October of 2021, and I ended it on the 23rd of January of 2022. So I could have gotten this sketchbook done way earlier, if not for a little thing that happened in the first week of classes that kind of made me not want to touch it for 3 weeks because I got very demotivated. So you'll be able to tell the first couple of pages have color, and this is highlighters if I'm not mistaken, so color, and then colored pens and pencils and all that stuff, and watercolor. So that first week, after we got the assignment, I did, I think, 10 pages or something on the first week. And then after the first week, or the first 2 weeks, I can't quite recall, the teachers were like, oh, by the way, for this sketchbook assignment, you're only allowed to use pencils and pen. And I was like, oh, well, I already used so much color and so many different materials. What do I do then? And my teacher was like, well, you don't have to throw the pages away, but you just can't submit them for the project. And I was like, okay. And, lost a little bit of motivation there. But I think restricting myself to those materials helped me improve my line work a little bit, which you might be able to tell from my line work at the beginning and my line work at the end of the sketchbook. Sorry for that little rant. To get started, this is a player character on one of my campaigns. She's a tiefling monk. She's not mine, she's a friend of mine's. And this is my bard as a little baby and his mom. And then just some pose studies. And then I was sick when I was doing this page, and my nose kept running, and I was like, I just want to draw. So my D&D characters, again, you're going to see them a lot because I draw them a lot. This one is my warlock. This is my paladin. My warlock is just a little guy. He's just a little guy. He's a little jester, clown sort of vibe going on. And his name is Gizu, which in Portuguese means this, like this specific type of bell, like the ones cats wear around their necks. Okay, here we go. And this is just a doodle page from another sketchbook that I put here just to fill space a little bit. This is my tiefling paladin. Again, his name is Sage, and this is my Genasi bard, Zephyrus, or Zeph for short. And these are some doodles from life. This is my hand. This is a plant I have. This is a little banner on my wall. That's my chicken fetus painting that I have on my wall also. Just art student things. Some figure studies. I really like the colors on this little doodle. This was done in Posca, and then this was done in alcohol markers. This is my desk back home. And this is my mood always. This page I actually counted for the evaluation of the sketchbook because it's only done in pen. And I did this page like way after the fact because I don't really do my sketchbooks in a linear fashion. I kind of skip pages and then go back. I like do a little doodle on a page, leave the rest empty, then come back and fill the rest. And this one was done almost at the end when I was almost done. I was like, oh shit, I left this page blank. So I came back and did. This is essentially a redraw of this. So this was done without any pose reference. And then I saw a nice pose and I wanted to do a little demon lady again. Oh, you can't see the corner here. There's a lady. I don't really like that face, but it's there. And then this is just a skateboarding elephant, you know? Wearing a little beanie. These were some face studies I did really early on. Kind of figuring out how I want to use pencils. I love drawing these little mushroom guys in their shenanigans. Here, yeah, they're trying to get, you know, a cool magical sword out of a rock, but it's difficult, you know. And here's like a bunch of different little guys, little mushroom guys. Here are my D&D characters again. Sage is almost always shirtless because I rarely do muscle studies, so when I do a muscle study, it's like, you're gonna be Sage now, actually, if that's okay with you. Just some more studies. This isn't a tomato, this is a persimmon, I think. Yeah, that's what it says. Some more pose studies from the feet are from Line of Action, the poses are from Adorka Stock. My other bard, that I've only played for one session, because it was like a Halloween special. And then just your regular hand studies. This was a really, I was using a Micron, I think, or like a good quality pen liner, but then it started dying, and I was just like, okay, well, I got these really cheap fine liners from Tiger. I wonder how those go down, and they became my favorite fine liner. I can't use it for anything that has watercolors or water or gouache or anything like that, because they do bleed, but they're really nice for just this type of line work. Yeah, hand studies, you know, it's for a school thing, you gotta get your studies in so your teachers don't just think you draw your D&D characters all of the time. Little guys again. Oh, there was a face here. It looked so bad. I put Post-its over the face to try to redraw the face, and then the redraw of the face was also really bad. So I was just like, you know, let's just not do that again. And so just Post-its and vegetables and fruits and things like that, and we're good, and it's done. Oh, I really like this page. This is a still life study from this Instagram called Still Here, Still Life. They post weekly prompts, and then they share all the artists' drawings of their still lives. They're very cool. They always have really interesting compositions and cool colors and things like that. And this was my breakfast one time. It was toast and a fried egg that you can't see here, and some charred cherry tomatoes. And this was, I made chicken rice. The rice is here, and this is a chicken. And some, you know, with colors, sometimes it's a little difficult to read things, but these are some boiled eggs, some cucumber. I really liked the lines on this. Even though you might not, if you didn't see the original picture of the dish, you might be like, what is that? Oh, this is a little Meet the Artist. So this is me, this is my persona. I always draw myself as a little clown guy. And yeah, I like this tagline, casually goth, occasionally clown. It describes me perfectly. Oh, also, this is important. Very important. Okay. Some little pencil studies. We were allowed to use, we could only use graphite pencils and fine liners, but we could also use either red or blue colored pencil for under sketches, and I just didn't do lines on these ones because I liked how they look in red, and I hope I don't get points taken away, but we'll see. I submitted extra pages, so you know, this is, yeah, so it was an under sketch in red, and then some pencil on top to kind of refine things. This baby looks very creepy. I'm not very good at drawing babies. They always look a little off. Some more mushrooms. These are some of my plants. This was an exercise we were doing in class where we had to draw beans, like those bean shapes, and then we had to do half the bean had to be one texture, the other half would have to be another texture. So here I was practicing textures, and this was bark, I think, fur, and then the inside textures were also different. And yeah, there is something wrong with my dog. Oh, some more still life studies. This was me trying to fucking figure out how I was gonna wrap like this texture, which is like a turtle shell texture, around a surface, and I was like, this is so much work. And then I didn't do that texture. I did another texture because this was me experimenting, seeing how I wanted to do it, and then I would have to have done that in a like bigger scale, and I was just, I don't feel like it. And yeah, oh, this is one of the tiger pens that I use. This is my favorite mechanical pencil. I don't know if you call it that. Oh, some animal studies. There we go. This little pink thing is because I accidentally ripped the page, and so it's got a little band-aid, you know? But here, these are all from Pinterest. I wanted to make a little fox pendant, and I was trying to kind of sketch out different ideas based on stuff I would see on Pinterest. Sage again with his tits out. It is what it is. Oh, this was at the time drawings of my best friend, now my boyfriend, and this continues to be our dynamic where I am just a rabid animal and he's there. There we go. These are some studies for another class project, some rocks and stuff like that. I really like this page. I was trying to figure out how to draw swords. So these are from reference, and then this was kind of me putting together that information, like what constitutes a sword. And then I took a bunch of different flowers and plants and things like that, and I tried to make swords based off of them. So, because that didn't fit, so there you go. Move down. So yeah, I really like this one. I really like this one, and I really like the handle of this one. The body could have been somewhere not off the page. I didn't really think it through to put such a big sword right on the edge of the paper. This is one of those exercises where you do just like a blob, a random blob of color, and then you draw something over top of it. Really like this one because I like mushrooms, you know, that's no news to anybody. I was doing some ant studies for another project where we were doing an ant queen boss for a game, like a character design. Some more hands, some really loose poses. I do not like this page. I like this pose. That sword's real bad. I feel like his face always looks different whenever I draw him. So I really need to settle down on how I want him to look. And then this one's just bad. This one just doesn't look very good. So I'll probably redraw it. Some more hand studies. I have a lot of hands here. These are some loosey-goosey pose studies. Some more portraits. This guy, the way I drew him, he looks like a face-tuned Junkrat, if you will. And yeah, every time I see this drawing, I'm like, Junkrat? Oh, another thing I really like to do is drawing my D&D characters as babies and drawing their moms. Their moms have so much lore, too. So this is Sage as a little guy. I really liked it. And then this is Zephyrus with his mom. And then I don't like this, but I'll show you anyway. I fucked up the pose real bad. Her neck is broken. His neck is also broken. But this one's nice. This one's cute. So just ignore it and look at the other guys. Some animal studies, more like, again, kind of like figuring out how I wanted to use graphite pencils. And this is just a random doodle page. Really liked these two drawings of Kara. I really liked these pose studies. The hands could have been a little better, but I don't know, I just like shading legs with, like, she was wearing tights, and so I don't know if you can really see it, but it's so fun to shade tights. Some more face studies, little baby goats. Oh, another still life. I really liked the line work in this one. Some fucking courgettes or zucchini, whatever you want to call them. A little study of some Japanese street photography. And then I was gonna do this whole thing with the picture, but then I did this one building and was like, oh, this is... I'm bored already of drawing a building. So I cut it in half and just did something else here. Feet. I'm sorry, there are going to be still quite a bit of foot studies in this sketchbook because I had to for class. And I'm apologizing in advance. Yeah, my guy, my sage, my Zephyrus, and then a lady, just a random lady. Oh, and I love drawing bugs, especially beetles. I find it so much fun. They're so shiny. So there are also a couple of beetles in the sketchbook. I'm kind of a random page. I remember I did the top of this from, there was an ad I was seeing that had a cool jumpsuit outfit, and I did the top and sketched out the bottom, and then the ad just disappeared, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'll never see that again, which is sad because I kind of wanted that jumpsuit. You know, the ad was working, but it just left for some reason. Some more post studies. Yeah, you can see here I I did this in pencil, and then I inked it and then tried to erase it, and the ink wasn't dry. But let's pretend that was for dramatic effect. Like a little kid, and then these were some ideas for a school project. These are also some ideas for a school project, and then just some random doodles. This man looks weird. I do not like your face. But this spider elf lady, question mark, I like her silhouette. Even though this was kind of a no-brain doodle I was doing. I really like this goat lady. I really like how she looks. I saw this pose, and I was in a goat drawing mood, and it was just like, you know, I could combine the two, and then she was born. It's another character of mine. She's a college student with a bat, and that's pretty much all there is to it. Oh, this was from when I was back home for the holidays. You know the chair where you throw everything on because you can't be fucked to put things away. This is her. This is the chair. And then this is me and my boyfriend when he came to visit for Christmas. He was playing a lot of Pokemon because I still had schoolwork and stuff to do over the holidays. Yes, I was in pain. And this is from a picture we took when we were out, and this was when he was next to me play Pokemon while I was suffering and working. And he named Mime Jr. after me. Oh, and then he drew my favorite Pokemon on the side, and I put it here. I cannot take ownership for these drawings. This was his artistic vision. Some hands from life, and this sentiment. Yes, this explains me and my issues. I really like these dog studies. I think they look charming. Face studies from Line of Action as well. This lady's face looks weird, but that's fine. They can't all be winners. Some cat studies that I couldn't be bothered to line. I just left them in pencil. And I think I really accurately portrayed a cat, like a cat's mindset with this little speech bubble. Oh, this is for this is why I was drawing those ant studies. The ant queen character we were talking about. This was me just like exploring some stuff. This turned out to kind of be more of a paladin looking design rather than ant queen, which is what we was going for. These were some silhouette studies. Frogs. Sorry, every time I come onto this page, I'm like, crushes you. Yes, they're very cute. I love frogs and I love drawing frogs. Oh yeah, and you might be wondering like, oh, why do you have all this text on your pages about what is what? And it's because we had to indicate what references we used, or we would be penalized. So yeah, these are all the references. Even though this was like kind of, these aren't true to the reference, it was kind of eyeballing, but since they were inspired by the references, yeah, I wrote it down. And then just some little guys, you know. And then my boyfriend was like, oh, you know, I'd watch a show about a raccoon named Mischief and a possum named Mayhem. And I mean, who wouldn't, right? Look at them. Look at his little face. Look at his little paws. I did not know raccoons had thumbs, had little man hands. That was a frightening discovery. And then, some self-portraits of me in various states of existence and hair length. Oh, this kind of looks like a hair length journey. I didn't intend for that. This is just from random selfies that I liked. But yes, my hair is long now. Well, kind of long. A little lady. Just a pencil study. This was the first week or the first week and a half of 2022. And yeah, we're all just wishing that things are better. Please and thank you. Yeah, some Encanto fan art. And again, we also have to put a disclaimer if we draw a character that's not ours, that belongs to another franchise, even if it is a very popular and well-known franchise. Like if I were to draw a Mickey Mouse or something, I would have to write in the corner, Mickey Mouse belongs to Disney. So that's why that is there. I really like this page. I really like the way I did the pencils here. I like knives. They look cool. And then I kind of took that same shading style and tried to do some soft portraits with it. So you can see that there. And in these hands as well. Let me just move this a little bit because it's not centered and I didn't notice until now. I am so sorry. Some sushi onigiri. This is from a picture of some ramen I made. But again, kind of hard to tell. Like, you can tell this. Well, you can tell it's sushi. You don't know what the fuck's in the sushi, but you can tell it's sushi. With this, it's kind of difficult to see that this is katsu chicken because it doesn't have any color. I am learning ASL. And this is, I don't know, I was just practicing the alphabet, and we were learning that this is one of the ways that you can say I love you. Like, you can do it like this, or you can do I-L-Y. I probably did that wrong. I'm so sorry if I'm still learning. But yeah, I just find the signs look cool, and I have to do hand drawings anyways for school, so yeah. I drew this. It's a 2-in-1. This is my other D&D character. His name is Fur, and he's a nature cleric, and he looks like this all of the time. He never takes off his mask, and I was just kind of like, what would he look like under the mask? I'm still not, I know, okay, he's a bear. That much is 100% true and confirmed, but I still don't know what I want his face to look like. So this might not be it. It might change in the future. We will see. Oh, this is me shaming my boyfriend. Taken from like a Snapchat, or drawn from a picture I took for Snapchat to send to a friend. And this is me exploring, since the little big guy never takes off his mask. I was like, what would, it doesn't make sense that his like clay mask would emote, but it would look cute. So let's do it anyways. So here are some of his faces. This is a life drawing from when I was watching some sorted videos on YouTube over Discord. That was a lot of words. I was on Discord watching YouTube with my boyfriend. And I did this drawing of my desk. Out of all of this mouse looks cool. I like the mouse. This is a Posca pen, I think. Some stylized portraits of some people on Pinterest. And then stylized portraits of myself. You can tell here I got fucking tired of doing this with a fine liner and just colored it in with a brush pen. I really like this one as well, a little plant shelf. Some fucking skull studies, hand studies. Each hand was done in about 5 minutes. It was from Line of Action. I really like this one. I really like this one hand. More beetles, little guys. I love them. They're so fun to draw. I don't know, like, I wish they were bigger so you could pet them, you know? Like, imagine a fucking beetle the size of a loaf of bread, you know? You just have a cool dog. It's like a dog with armor. It would be very cool. I kept seeing these two types of flowers. This is a peony, and this is a Christmas. I don't know how to say it. It's got a long name. But I kept seeing those types of flowers drawn really beautifully by other artists, and I was like, I want to try that. So I did the flowers, and then I was like, it kind of looks empty. So there was a lady put in there as well. Some more feet. I'm sorry, but I like this one though. But I'm sorry for the feet. I apologize. Some more faces. She looks, you know, I fucked up the eyes when I was doing the under sketch in red pencil, and then when I tried to fix it with pen, it just kind of makes her look like she's gonna laser this lady to death. And it happens. Happy accidents, you know. Some more little guys. Some mushrooms. Mushrooms are really therapeutic to draw, I feel. These are some feet we did in class, and then I put them here just to fill pages. This is Zephyrus again, but he looked nothing like himself, and this is Gizu, and he always looks like himself because he just has a face that's easy to draw, I guess. You know, big toothy smile, always constantly smiling eyes, and upturned nose. It's kind of like, there we go, you've got him. Easy. This is a redraw of a drawing I did in another sketchbook, but I don't know. I've lost the reference for the original. This is a pose done in class. Fucked up frog. Oh, and here I don't draw shoes a lot. And so, logically, I'm bad at shoes because I don't draw them. So I decided to change that, and I practiced some shoes. And then some more shoes, some outfits. And you might be able to tell, like, I feel at least that my line work improved a lot between these drawings and the ones at the start, just from being quote unquote forced to always, or to just draw with pencil and fine liners. And then some figure studies. I really like this little kid, and I like the undersketch so much that I didn't line it any further in pencil because I didn't want to fuck up the flow that I had gotten with that. I don't know, it's really got that little kid wobble to it, you know? It's like, that is a little kid wobbling. Wow, you got it in one. So, just leave it. My little warlock again. He's really grumpy here. I don't know why. Probably because he's got his hair down. Yeah, this is his actual outfit. He's also got, you can't see, he's got a little hood that goes over top and gives those little clown horn things. I have no idea what they're called. A little jester hat, if you will. Some soft pencil fabric studies. And then some more shoes, this time shaded. You know, I really fucked up this one. Also, I feel like I had my dice propping up the page. I might not need them anymore, so let me just... There we go. Yeah, but that's just so you could have seen the pages a little better. Let me move that. So yeah, fucked up this one, fucked up the sole. And then I was like, if I put more ink on it, you won't be able to tell. Easy. It looks bad. The sole was bad. but that's fine because everybody makes mistakes. Oh, this is from that one book, All the Rain That Promises and More. It's like a pocket guide to Western mushrooms, and there's just a bunch of mycologists just fucking around with mushrooms, and it's really cute, and I drew some of them. This is a portrait study of a friend of mine. Do I bring the dice back? Let me bring the dice back. This is really hard to do this one-handed because I'm holding my microphone with the other hand. Okay, I might not even leave this in. There we go. That's fine. Okay. Some portrait studies. And I like this one the best, even though it's really light, but I like the whole composition of it. And this was, I was running out of, I didn't know what to draw. So I put a bunch of little prompts in a bag, and I take one at random and draw that on that page. So for this I got kissing, so I mean, straightforward. Well, not straight, but forward, pretty forward. For this one I got birth flowers, so I drew my birth flowers, lily of the valley, I can speak, and hawthorn, so in flower form and in berry form. And then for this page, I got draw the ingredients of your favorite recipe. I wanted to do lasagna, but then I was kind of like, do I draw minced beef? Do I draw a cow? Do I draw a steak? That's gonna look weird. So I decided to just make it vegetarian. So instead of beef, there is aubergine, or eggplant, if you will. Oh, this is just some more hand studies, but for some reason I got a horrible nosebleed while working on this page, and so it's a little cursed. This is a portrait of a friend of mine, Hideki. There he is. Goodbye. This is the end of the sketchbook. Just a little sleeping, relaxing cat, which is a metaphor for how I'm going to be after delivering this, because it was my last delivery for the semester, and then I can just relax for 10 days before being in hell again. So yes, this is going to be me for 10 days. And that was it. I hope you liked this sketchbook tour. And here are my dice. You might as well look at them. Ta-da!